Okay, now that we have our definitions, we will work on adding polynomials. You'll notice that adding and subtracting polynomials are essentially what we did in the very beginning lectures of this class, but we're just going to review them quickly, and then the multiplication is where we'll spend a little more time. So how would I simplify this expression? Okay, first of all, I can lose the parentheses because I don't have anything that I'm distributing. So now, what do I do with this? Good, I'm looking for like terms. I can combine like terms. So my w squared terms are like terms, and then just my number terms are like terms. Negative 3w squared plus 5w squared is 2w squared, and negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. So that's all we're doing. We've been doing it all semester long. We're only combining like terms. Now, although this is very easy, and we've been doing it for most of the class, people start getting a little bit confused after we cover all the exponent rules. So just for review, what exactly makes two terms like terms? They have exactly the same variable part. So just kind of as a reminder, this is where you stop, the 2w squared plus 4w minus 4. You can't take it any further. Everybody, for the most part, is fine with that until we do exponent rules, and then for some reason they think that they can combine the 2w squared and 4w and add the exponents. Remember, I can only do that if I'm multiplying two things together. When they're being added, the only way you can combine things that are added or subtracted are if they have exactly the same variable part. So let's do some more examples. Okay, do these four on your own, pause the video, and then come back and see how you do. Okay, now that you've got them done, let's do this first one together. So I don't need the parentheses, there's nothing to distribute. Now you don't need to rewrite this with like terms together. I've just done it to make it very clear visually what's happening. So my like terms are the A's are like terms, the B's are like terms, and the C's are like terms. So again, you don't need to write this step, but it's helpful if you're kind of confused about what's going on. Now the 6a minus 2a would give me 4a. The 2b minus 2b would cancel, and the negative 5c minus 3c would give me negative 8c. And I can't go any further because those guys are not like terms. Okay, make sure that one looks okay, and then we'll go on to the second. Okay, just notice that when you do move the terms around, that the negatives or that the signs in front have to stay with the terms. Okay, for this one, do I have any like terms? Well, I'm tempted to say no, but I do have the numbers. So I can just combine the numbers, and that's all I can do. I'm done. Now, a lot of people ask a question, how do I write that in descending order if I have more than one variable? If you have more than one variable, you just pick one of the variables and write it in descending order according to that variable. So if I pick y's, my 7y squared would come first, and then my 4y, because 7y squared has 2 y's, 4y has 1 y, and then the other terms don't have any y's, so they would be at the end. All right, now this one. Okay, I don't need the parentheses. There's nothing to distribute. So if I put the x's together, now see, it looked bad, but it's not going to end up being bad. Why is that? Okay, good, because the terms that I'm combining, the guys that are like terms, the x's both have the same denominator. The y's both have the same denominator, so it's actually going to end up being easy. So 5/9 x minus 4/9 x, that'll just give me 5/9 minus 4/9, which is 1/9 x. And the 1/10 y plus 3/10 y will give me 4/10 y. You're not quite done. Okay, just simplify that last fraction and then you're done. Can't combine these because they are not like terms. Okay, this last one, don't let the decimals throw you off, and you may not clear these decimals. Remember, you can only clear fractions and decimals if you have an equation, if you have an equal sign, if you have two sides that you're doing the same thing to. We only have one side, so we cannot clear these fractions. So this is 0.34y cubed minus 2y plus 3.42y squared plus 3.2y minus 4. Where are my like terms? Okay, y cubed doesn't have anything that's the same, but I do have two y's. So I'm just going to rewrite them. Again, you don't need to, but I want it in descending order. So I keep my y cubed first and my y squared next. Then my negative 2y plus 3.2y, that'll leave me with 1.2y. Now notice I cannot do anything else with this. I can't combine the y cubed and the y squared and get a y to the fifth. I could only do that if I was multiplying. If I'm adding and subtracting, I can only combine things if they are like terms, if they have exactly the same variable part. So again, I'm not adding or subtracting or multiplying the exponents themselves. Combining like terms leaves the exponents alone.